You're listening to the PlantX podcast, the digital face of the plant-based community. Join us as we explore the inner workings of all things plant-based, from the products and lifestyles to the people behind them. Each week, we'll be touching on what's new in the ever-expanding world of PlantX and chat with everyone from entrepreneurs and chefs to nutritionists and scientists. Whether you follow a strict plant-based diet or just want to learn more, you're invited. Now welcome our host, the man who combined his love of e-commerce and the plant-based lifestyle to create PlantX, Sean Dollinger.
Hey everyone, Sean Dollinger, founder of PlantX, and thank you for joining us today on your Saturday morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm very thankful to be in Squamish BC today at the Cloudburst Cafe and Locavore. It's an incredible spot out here. I can't wait to introduce you to the co-founder of the company, as well as the general manager joining us today. I've been coming out here for a few years, captured my heart right away, sitting at the tables here, which I'll give you a little tour after, being surrounded by mountains. It just seems, when I started this whole plant-based journey, it seemed like the root, of our company should be in Squamish BC. And there's just something really drawing to here. And over the last few years, seeing the effort and everything that Cory and his partners have put into the place, it's just become a magical spot. And I absolutely love coming out here. Before we jump into introducing you to them, as well as the partnership that we'll be working on, hopefully introducing a lot of our products, from PlantX water to perhaps a pop-up shop and a whole bunch of different things. After the last couple shows, one thing I didn't realize is to give our viewers the quick 2 minutes on my background and what PlantX is all about. So, my background's been 20 years of e-commerce, specialty e-commerce. I believe it's the only thing that could overcome Amazon. We've seen it from the likes of diapers.com, The Honest Company, Chewy.com, taking away 60% of market share in the pet food world. And here, now we're focusing on the plant-based world. So that's really what PlantX is, my background. So my last company went from 6 million to over $1 billion in just over a little over a year. And I believe the plant-based space is an absolutely incredible one. And PlantX is your one-stop shop for everything plant-based. So if anybody is looking for meal delivery to grocery to anything for their pets, anything that you could think of, that's really what PlantX is all about. And we wanted to create an environment that's extremely welcoming. We wanted people who just want to explore being plant-based, or who are far along the journey and have run out of ideas of what to introduce. And that's essentially what PlantX is. And we don't judge. So if somebody had fish yesterday, or they perhaps wear a leather item, that's no problem here at PlantX. We want everybody to feel extremely welcome. So that's a really quick background on myself. We have an incredible team as well, from our CEO, Julia Frank. She's over in Germany. She ended up leaving BMW, an incredible job right during COVID, believing so much in the plant-based space. She puts together incredible recipes every single week. You can follow her journey, as well as a fantastic job on the whole IR, PR side, and leading the whole e-com move. And, the whole team just does an incredible job each week. But we have Cory today and Grace, who were really, really fortunate enough that took the time on a Saturday morning to join us. So thank you very much for coming on out.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure. And, Cory, maybe you could speak a little bit, like, I've seen how it's changed, what's taken place here at the Locavore, and how long ago did you start, and a little bit of background on yourself?
Sure. So the Locavore is actually a legacy business of farm. We used to own and operate a farm probably about 20 minutes from here, 50 acres. We had a registered egg grading station, small lot authorization. And a big part of that business was like events. Events was the gravy to farming. Anybody out there who's done any farming, it's a tough job. And we were lucky enough that we had a really scenic property, and we were able to host lots of different kinds of events out there. In the process of doing so, we took over kind of the food for all these events. So food truck, we had a 50-foot reefer that was a freezer, cooler, and that was all great. And that would run for about 3 months of the year. And the rest of the year, the truck would sit in the middle of the field, covered in snow. And one day I was driving by this property and they were looking for food trucks, and we brought it in here, and it's turned into this.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's an awesome story. Cool.
And the cafe was a small cafe under another name that wasn't doing too well. It happened to be about 10 steps from the food truck. So we originally acquired the cafe as extra seating for the food truck. And it's kind of turned into its own business that has no seating.
Amazing. Yeah, and we'll take people around to see what you're speaking about in a little bit. And one thing we normally start the show with that I even forgot to ask you, how do you normally take your coffee? Speaking about the cafe now.
Double. Transcends Timmy's double. Right?
Oat milk latte.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Latte. All right. Fantastic. Yeah, so thanks for that background, because that makes it even more interesting here.
Yeah, we were using the truck. We were selling all our own products from the farm there at one point. Obviously not everything, but as much as possible. But there came a time where it just wasn't feasible. So
you've created something really magical over here, and I obviously encourage all of our customers and investors and shareholders, if they're ever in the area, to definitely come check it out, because I think it's an incredible spot, and I travel all around the world, and it's really unique and different. So congrats on what you've built here. And then, I thought maybe we could ask you, like, one interesting thing that I see, it's so open here and everything. So with COVID, what did you guys experience? I'm sure at the start it was like nerve-wracking, what's going to happen? And then what took place?
Yeah, same with a bunch of local businesses. We just didn't really know what we were going to do, if we were going to be able to survive. But luckily once we do a little tour, we'll show you the massive patio that we have here. But we were just incredibly lucky to have the amount of space we do. And we're able to have, visitors, friends, and families come here and feel safe, because they're able to have so much separation from other groups of people and still have this amazing view of Garibaldi and great food, great coffee. We pretty quickly implemented a bunch of policies, hand sanitizers, masks, just as much as we could do to make people feel safe here. This summer actually we really did thrive because of our property.
Wow,
Yeah.
So you actually saw numbers go up this past year versus last year.
Yeah, we were pretty
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
Even our indoors is outdoors.
Well, all we have so many doors here, so the air filtration is amazing. So
Yeah, we actually had a pretty busy summer, and it was extremely challenging to work within kind of the COVID rules.
Yeah.
The Grace did an excellent job at keeping us open and keeping everyone safe, and we didn't have any incidents here.
Amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, and every time I came, it was incredible how busy it was,
Yeah.
and then that you actually made people follow protocol. Like I know right now, for example, at least I don't believe it's a mandatory requirement in BC to wear face masks inside, but you guys went ahead, you set up a couple stations, you're being very proactive about everything.
I think it is now.
But we did,
as of 2 days.
but
So
we
we've been
did
doing
as
it
before. Offering masks, just because I know it's still
Yeah.
a new thing for everybody, but we wanted to kind of get ahead of the curve there. Yeah, for
Amazing.
sure.
Well, should we put on our masks and go for a little tour?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All right. So, Cory, maybe we'll follow your lead where you think that we should start by going.
Since we're out here, I guess this is our covered patio here. Set up a little differently for the winter. In the summer, this is heat packed. We'll have more tables and stuff, but due to COVID and the winter time, it's a little sparse. We will be adding some heaters and some tent walls here in the next couple months, we're hoping, to extend our operating capacity, which shouldn't be an issue. It's something I see a lot of places have done. So we should be able to keep our regular occupancy by expanding into these areas that we have here that we weren't using. the same as before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know when I come out here during the week, it's an incredible vibe on, people coming, working from here. Like, what do you have around the area that really drives kind of the business?
Well, we have the university.
Yeah.
We're probably the closest place to the university. The golf course is right across the street.
Yeah.
I actually see, I think that's hole 18 right there.
Yeah. And just being so close to the highway too, I think helps us as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
like
like
up
a
to
block
Western.
off the Trans-Canada,
It's easy,
right?
yeah, easy on, easy off.
Yep, and
Yeah.
there's just numerous businesses and other kind of shopping areas right around where we are.
Well,
maybe just a shout out at the patio.
Yeah.
Got all that space.
Yeah. So we have one of the bigger patios in Squamish, maybe the biggest.
I think maybe cool.
Yeah, probably the biggest.
All right. Do you want to go into the cafe?
Sure.
And we always encourage investors and shareholders to send in questions or anything like that. It's part of the fun. So feel free to send over any questions. And when we get set back up outside, we'll be happy to answer any.
Yeah. So here's the cafe. We built this about 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think
5 years ago. Previous to that, this was a flower shop and then a feed store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, I went to the university up here and I remember driving down here, it was the garden shop before, and I was like, oh, what a great spot for a bar and a hangout spot, and then
It's so cool.
yeah.
So when we took it over, this was in very rough shape. It was basically an abandoned building at that point. There had been a tenant in here in probably 6 or 8 months. So
Yeah, well, it's absolutely
It was a lot.
fantastic, great vibe, and good job on that. And hopefully we could work with you guys to get some of our plant-based meals in here, and this is where we could get some PlantX water and things like that.
we're really excited about that. Kind of like adding a third heat that we've been, looking for. Other products to offer, plant-based products. We certainly don't have any at all. So
Great.
pretty exciting to be able to kind of partner up.
Awesome. And love your coffee. I've been having a lot of cups lately.
Yeah. We serve Bean Around the World for those that know that brand. We work really closely with them. We've been friends with Barney, the owner there, for a long time, and they're just great people to work with, and they make great coffee. Roast, excellent coffee.
Cool. All right, shall we get to the next spot? So I know originally that you guys were, taking the orders right at the food truck outside, but then I saw the shift in here maybe 6 months, or maybe it's even been a bit longer.
Yeah.
Was that because it got so busy, or what?
So busy, we just wanted to be able to offer a full bar and selection of non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks, instead of having people be in 2 lines. Why not condense it into one, where everyone gets one stop, and you can get a Caesar and a sandwich. It's not a bad stop for lunch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's got such a great vibe in here. I love all the lighting that you guys have done, and it's just such a warm and welcoming spot for people to come enjoy.
Yeah, so this is basically a greenhouse from 1977. It served as one of Squamish's only garden centers for probably 30-something years.
Wow.
Before we took it over, actually.
Yeah.
And I know you guys do a lot of events out of here, right?
Yeah.
A lot of filming.
Yeah.
Weddings,
We
Christmas parties.
just had a film crew in here doing what were they doing? A movie?
It was a movie, time capsule romance.
Yeah, we had goats.
Yeah, it
They
was
brought
goat
us
yoga.
goats. Goat yoga.
Yoga.
There's some goat yoga happening.
Cool. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. No, the space is good. And then I know that you just launched a third one, and this is where we've been speaking to you guys about perhaps doing a bit of a pop-up shop with our private label and different things of that nature, but still making it like a great place for people to come work out of and have a good time, right?
Similar aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah. So this space for us was a storage space for a long time.
Trash
And,
room.
yeah, right when kind of back in February, March,
Yep.
when COVID kind of came around,
Yeah.
we decided that this needed to be opened up for more seating.
Cool. Yeah, no, it looks great, and hopefully we could, start introducing products here in the new year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and because we have so much space, people from the cafe and seating's kind of open for everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I noticed it's packed, and even this week it was a little chilly, but it was still.
People still loved it.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, people come in, we
Yeah.
have full-on business meetings, and
yeah.
it's
Oh.
like meeting spots for groups, hikers, mountain hikers.
It's a very eclectic mix of people, young, old, families,
Yeah.
young groups. It's awesome to see so many different types of people in here.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, on
Yeah.
the weekends especially, I notice it's tons of families and busy
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah.
And should we bring everybody to where it all started, I guess, the food truck?
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is the best way? We'll follow you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go up front.
Yeah, let's just pop out right here. All right. Yeah, this great outdoor seating area that, you've added all these lights to. And one thing I notice about Squamish, it doesn't get as cold as Whistler. So even on a nice day like today, mid-November, it's a nice time to sit outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually there's only about a couple or 3 weeks in January, February where it's really cold, and
Yeah.
the rest of the time it's somewhat mild, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's a great spot. And I guess this is the truck that you're
the original Locavore food truck.
Mhm.
Been here in this spot for about 4 years.
4 years, and then on the other side.
And then we were on the same property on the other side for about 3.
Yeah, and here they're surrounded by these gorgeous mountains and this really cool little outdoor kind of shopping area with Nutka, who's another great partner, who's in plants and a whole bunch of different wellness products and a children's store. And they built a little park, and it's just amazing out here.
Mhm.
So we have a pretty unique liquor license. The whole patio is licensed. The food truck is licensed. The buildings that we've been in are licensed, and even the cafe is licensed.
Oh, really?
People can
Wow.
kind of walk around.
Yeah, we're kind of free to move around from place to place.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a unique. It goes well for us with having groups and people here and
Mhm.
being that kind of hub for meeting and.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially in the times that we're in, I think it's very welcoming. There's not too many spots that are set up like this where, people could meet and get together and feel safe and
Mhm.
comfortable. And
Yeah,
I
we're
think-
probably one of the only ones
Yeah.
in Squamish that's anything like this.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the spot we started and see
Yeah.
if anybody has any questions for you guys.
Sure.
And what we like doing is encouraging, like I said, people to, write in if they have any questions or anything of that nature. And, when we do that, we go ahead and like to give, do a giveaway, because people are obviously giving us their time to join us on a Saturday morning, and we want to make sure they're getting the most out of these shows. So, this week we actually have a customer who's moving, and there's a plant called the snake plant on our website.
Yeah.
And another name for the snake plant is Stacy. So her name is Stacy Swift, and she's moving. So, due to all the feedback that she gives us, we thought it'd be best to go ahead and give it away to her for this week. So, so again, let me take a look here if anybody's sending in any questions, and we could go from there. Let's see. So. questions. I know there could have been emailed in during the week, but so what kind of plant-based options are there currently? If somebody did come out here, I know yesterday, for example, I had a great falafel and a gluten-free wrap.
Yeah.
Are there any other options for anybody who's plant-based?
Yeah, we recently introduced tofu to the menu, so we smoke our own tofu in-house, and so we do banh mi tofus, or you can add tofu to any of our salads or sub it to any of our sandwiches. We're famous, I think, for our veggie burger.
Oh, yeah.
It is our biggest one.
Yeah, we make it in-house. It's been a hit for a while.
Yeah.
I believe it can also be vegan.
Oh yeah, easily vegan. Yeah, we have a vegan mayo now,
Oh,
and vegan
nice.
cheese as well, just to kind of add enhancements to those
A lot of our
sandwiches.
sandwiches can be made vegan or vegetarian or gluten.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And I think we got one more question. This looks similar to like our San Diego location. How do you guys go about finding places like these? And like one of the big things for us is we always want things to be an experience. We're not just looking to team up with people who just have the ordinary. At PlantX, we try to be different, and I think that's what drew us to you guys.
Yeah, and we have the same kind of mindset. As we touched on before, we were originally just about 100 meters from here. And every day I would stare out the window over to here, just like Grace mentioned, it's like the perfect spot for a restaurant, or a grocery store, or a cafe. And when the chance came, we were like all over it.
Cool. Yeah, looks great. And then I think we have one more. What's the best selling coffee? Getting a hot drink, sitting outside around the mountains. Sounds amazing. So they're basically saying what's the most popular drink?
Probably our lattes.
Lattes, I would say oat milk
Oat milk.
lattes. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
oat
go
milk
through so
lattes.
much oat milk. I can't
Oh,
even
really?
explain how much oat milk we go through a day.
We go through, according to our suppliers, we go through an unusually large amount of coffee compared to other coffee shops. So coffee's good.
Yeah, coffee's good. Space is good, coffee's good. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, again, congratulations on all the success here. You guys have done an amazing job, and obviously, thank you for taking time out on Saturday morning to spend some time with our shareholders and investors.
Yeah, look forward to maybe working with you.
Yeah, that would be
yeah.
We're
fantastic.
super excited.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you in a
Bye,
bit.
everybody.
So, yeah, guys, hopefully you were able to see what I see when I'm actually physically here. It's really an unbelievably unique experience, lots of fun, and I'm just really thankful for Cory to be so open to working with us, partnering with us. It just really shows me and the team how much people believe in what we're doing and how much people are loving this whole plant-based space. And, Alex, our CMO, has been working on this fantastic pop-up shop that we can't wait to launch over here with all of our private labels that her and the team have been working on. And, I really believe that this will be an extremely successful space. As you could hear around, there's, today we were in a bit of an uncontrolled environment. Obviously, I wanted you to see what I see with the life that's here. You don't normally get this, especially, it's just about 0 degrees Celsius today. It's not like it's a warm day, the sun is shining, but, I have families all around me here. And to be able to do a pop-up shop and introduce all these plant-based products in an environment where people love to be outside, I just think that it's something that's like in the core out here. And to really introduce plant-based living, I think is incredible. And anybody that has friends or family or colleagues or anything that have any type of an establishment like this, please feel free, encourage them to reach out to us, because we'd love to introduce our products and teach them and give them the manual to start introducing all the products that we have to offer. And again, all the investors and shareholders, I think you've been doing an incredible job sharing the story, encouraging people to come on here. The reason why we do this show is for people to understand that there's so much more to our story. We're not just putting press releases out just to get noise out there about our company. There's a lot more to it at the end of the day. And I think today was evidence to that. And the great people like Cory and Grace that join our team, I believe it's exponential how quickly we could grow with everybody spreading the word. You know, our shareholder base has already went up 500% since we started just a couple months back. So, you know, thank you very much again for taking the time. Thank you for believing in everything we're doing. Can't wait to keep sharing the story. I absolutely love what we're doing. I know our whole team rarely sleeps these days because they're so excited trying to execute on, you know, San Diego, you know, the deal that we just closed in the UK, the Plant subscription, now starting to launch that across Canada and the US. And I look forward to keep coming on here every week and sharing more with you. Till next time, stay curious, stay planted, stay healthy. Cheers.
So that's it for this episode of the PlantX podcast. Please check out www.plantx.com, the one-stop shop for everything plant-based and the digital face of the plant-based community. We have meal delivery, groceries, plant-based supplements and vitamins, and great ways to connect with like-minded individuals about the lifestyle we share. Stay healthy, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.